I am speaking with.
Paul Boag.
And if you didn't know that Paul was British from his voice, he's also wearing a British T-shirt as well of the British flag. Anyways, loved your presentation about dealing with clients. Here is my question.
Okay.
Say I went to your presentation completely convinced this is the way I need to communicate with clients, but I'm currently in a situation that is a horrible client situation. How do I do a 180 and bring it to what you've got?
That is really tricky one. I don't envy you that at all. It's a problem that often occurs. The best way of approaching it is to start off by recognizing that the client doesn't respect you at the moment. And one reaction to that is to get upset about it and to get all defensive and things like that. But you just need to accept that's the case and work out about how to gain their respect, right? How to be perceived as an expert. And one of the ways I talked about in my talk, which would be really helpful for you in this situation, is about expertise via association. All right. So okay, that your boss, your client, whoever it is, doesn't respect you, but you can talk about the expertise of other people. So, for example, you can start referencing people like Steve Krug or Jacob Nielsen or Jeffrey Zeldman or whoever you admire in the industry.
And these are all web designers you're pointing out.
Yes, absolutely. So what you do is you can big them up, right? And you can say how great they are in a way that you can't say about yourself. If you say, I'm an expert and you should listen to me, that's just going to come across as arrogant, and your client isn't going to accept it. But if you talk about how great these individuals are and reference their work and say, well, the reason I've done this or that or the other is because these people say that, then that adds credibility to yourself. It shows that you're well read. It shows that you're an expert. The other thing I do is keep feeding that client with best practice. So say, hey, check out this article. You might be interested in this. You might want to read this. This is really good. This audio audio piece or podcast or video or whatever, and keep feeding them stuff. The great thing is you're educating them, but at the same time, what you're doing is you're showing that you're well read and you're an expert in your field. Finally, use statistics and research. There's some great research and statistics out there, and again, it has the same effect. If you start quoting that to your client, then what you're going to do is understand them loads better. So that's how you kind of improve your image with the client. The other piece of advice I would do is really get to understand that client, right? Get to know them, what makes them tick, empathize with them. As web designers, we pride ourselves on being user-centric, right? Well, and really getting into the heads of our users, understand what motivates them, all the rest of it. Well, I say you should be client-centric, and you should do exactly the same thing with your clients. You should get to know them. Why is this website so important to them? What makes them tick? Because once you understand them and you empathize with them and you work with them, then they'll start respecting you. So hopefully that helps a bit.
That was excellent. Thank you so much.